What if the key to unlocking profound personal growth and lasting peace of mind wasn't some abstract concept, but was hidden within the everyday things you own? Imagine feeling genuinely lighter, freer, and more purposefully in control simply by shifting your perspective on accumulation. This goes far beyond mere tidying. It's about confronting an inevitable aspect of life in a way that profoundly empowers how you live today. We delve into a surprisingly life-affirming practice originating from Swedish pragmatism, offering a unique lens compared to typical decluttering fads. It's known as Swedish Death Cleaning or Döstädning. Grasping its core ideas now, regardless of your age, is vital for proactive personal development. Delaying only allows the mental and physical weight of stuff to grow heavier, silently impacting your focus and energy. Embracing this philosophy offers tangible, immediate rewards, significantly reduced daily stress, sharper mental clarity, and a stronger connection to your core values and relationships. It provides a clear, actionable roadmap to a more intentional existence, freeing up valuable resources. Discover how consciously curating your possessions translates directly into reclaiming your time, energy, and focus for what truly brings fulfillment. It's a powerful yet gentle method for self-discovery. Learn how this art helps you thoughtfully shape not just your environment, but the narrative and legacy you wish to cultivate, achieving a unique sense of liberation and preparedness. The challenge many face today isn't just a messy home, it's the subtle, pervasive weight of accumulated belongings draining our mental energy and distracting from personal growth goals. We live in a consumer culture that encourages acquiring more, often without considering the long-term implications or the psychic cost. Perhaps show a visual split screen, one side frantic consumerism, the other a calm, simple space. This accumulation often represents unmade decisions and postponed responsibilities. The underlying problem is a lack of mindful curation in our lives, leading to spaces, both physical and mental, filled with items that no longer serve us or align with who we aspire to become. It creates a low-grade chronic stress many don't even recognize. Enter Döstädning, or Swedish Death Cleaning. Popularized by Margareta Magnusson, this isn't merely decluttering. It's a deeply pragmatic and surprisingly life-affirming philosophy rooted in Swedish cultural values of orderliness and consideration for others. It directly addresses the problem of unintentional living and the burden we might leave behind. It encourages a conscious review of our possessions through the lens of mortality, not morbidly, but practically. The foundational idea is to proactively organize your life and belongings now, ensuring that what remains is truly valuable, functional, or cherished, thereby easing your present life and the future for others. This approach tackles the core need for greater intention, clarity, and control in an often chaotic world. It provides a framework for making difficult decisions about possessions, transforming a potentially overwhelming task into a manageable process of self-discovery and mindful living. Understanding Döstädning offers a pathway to alleviating the pressure of too much stuff, freeing up resources for genuine personal development and a more meaningful existence. Feeling inspired to start your Döstädning journey? Don't stop here. Share your initial thoughts or biggest challenge in the comments below. Your perspective is invaluable to our community's growth and assists everyone learn. Hit subscribe for more practical minimalism and personal development insights. Your active engagement truly fuels this space. Let's continue simplifying and growing together. The primary goal of adopting the Döstädning mindset is to actively address the underlying stress and lack of intention caused by unchecked accumulation. It's about shifting from passively owning things to proactively curating your life's possessions with purpose and consideration, thereby freeing up mental bandwidth for personal growth. Unlike methods solely focused on present joy, Swedish Death Cleaning introduces a vital layer of future perspective and empathy. The core practice involves asking not just, "Do I love this? Will this item bring joy or be a burden to someone else later?" This practical self-reflection turns decluttering into a profound act of personal responsibility and forward-thinking care. Consider, for instance, boxes of inherited items you've never sorted, or hobby supplies for projects long abandoned. Applying Döstädning means evaluating if their sentimental value, to you, outweighs the potential hassle they represent for others, or if keeping them truly aligns with your current life path and aspirations. It encourages honest assessment. This process naturally fosters greater self-awareness. Reviewing possessions prompts a review of your life's chapters, choices, and values. You gain clarity on what truly matters, making it easier to live intentionally moving forward, less swayed by impulse buys or societal pressure to acquire. It directly combats the feeling of being overwhelmed by stuff. The tangible result isn't just a tidier space, but a lighter spirit. You alleviate a significant future task for loved ones, a practical demonstration of love, while simultaneously gaining peace of mind and focus in the present. It's personal development through pragmatic action. Embracing this means confronting mortality not with fear, but with a constructive purpose to live more freely and thoughtfully now, while organizing your legacy with grace. In an era marked by digital overload and a constant push for more, the mental space needed for genuine personal development is increasingly scarce. We're seeing a significant cultural shift towards seeking intentionality and meaning, yet many feel trapped by the sheer volume of their physical possessions, a tangible representation of mental clutter. This isn't just about inconvenience, it's a pressing need for clarity. The critical gap right now lies in understanding how deeply our external environment impacts our internal state. Many tidying methods offer temporary fixes, but fail to address the underlying mindset or the long-term implications of our stuff. We often postpone dealing with accumulation until it feels insurmountable, hindering our ability to focus on growth today. Swedish Death Cleaning offers a uniquely timely solution precisely because it tackles both the practical and the philosophical aspects. Its focus on legacy, responsibility, and mindful curation directly counters the current trend of mindless consumption and the resulting anxiety. Understanding and applying Döstädning is urgent because the mental weight of unresolved clutter actively blocks personal progress. It consumes energy better spent on developing new skills, nurturing relationships, or pursuing passions. Waiting only deepens the inertia. This philosophy isn't just for later life. Its principles are crucial now for anyone seeking to reclaim their focus and live more purposefully amidst modern pressures. It addresses the immediate challenge of managing our material world to foster inner peace and growth. Learning this approach provides an actionable strategy to combat the pervasive overwhelm many feel, offering a clear path to a less burdened, more intentional present moment. To combat the mental drag of accumulation blocking personal growth, Döstädning introduces foundational concepts distinct from simple tidying. It fundamentally shifts the focus beyond personal present-day joy. The first key concept is pragmatic acceptance of mortality. It's not about dwelling on death, but using its inevitability as a motivator to organize now. Think of it as practical life administration for your belongings. Second is legacy curation. The process encourages you to consciously decide what physical items best represent your life story and values. What narrative do your possessions tell, and is it the one you intend? Third, burden alleviation is central. A core question becomes, will keeping this make life harder for someone else later? It reframes decluttering as an act of profound consideration and love for family or friends, perhaps a visual showing a cluttered attic versus fourth. It fosters intentional living in the present. By evaluating possessions, you clarify what truly adds value now, freeing physical and mental space. This heightened awareness naturally curbs future non-essential acquiring. Consider that box of old university textbooks. While KonMari might ask if they spark joy, Döstädning asks, will anyone read these? Is their presence worth the space they occupy for years, only to be discarded later? This practical, future-oriented questioning distinguishes it. It directly tackles the root of feeling overwhelmed by possessions, the lack of a clear framework for evaluating their long-term purpose and impact beyond immediate sentiment. It's about taking responsibility for the full life cycle of your belongings. Grasping these concepts provides the why behind the method, transforming it from a chore into a meaningful personal development exercise. Applying Döstädning involves confronting practical hurdles, especially emotional attachment. When facing sentimental items like old letters or gifts, the concepts of legacy curation and burden alleviation become crucial tools. Ask, is this memory best served by keeping the physical object, potentially burdening others, or can I honor it differently? A common challenge is simply feeling overwhelmed. Strategy. Start small and impersonal, as Magnuson suggests. Tackle storage areas, excess kitchenware, or unworn clothing before emotionally charged items like photographs. Consider the practical scenario of dealing with boxes of old photos. Instead of trying to sort thousands at once, dedicate 30 minutes to one box. Apply the questions: who will value these specific pictures? Are there duplicates? Can the story be preserved with fewer images? Perhaps create one curated album representing a specific era, responsibly discarding blurry or irrelevant shots. This makes the process manageable and aligns with intentional living. Another challenge is resistance or differing opinions from family members. Communicating the why, explaining the desire to alleviate future burdens, can foster understanding. However, the ultimate decision rests with the owner of the items. Implementing Döstädning requires patience and self-compassion, recognizing that letting go can be difficult but ultimately liberating for personal growth. Finally, practical application extends to responsible disposal. Donating usable items, selling valuable ones, and recycling appropriately are integral parts of the process, ensuring the cleaning doesn't simply shift the burden elsewhere environmentally. This mindful approach reinforces the overall goal of intentionality and consideration. Beyond simply discarding, an advanced Döstädning strategy involves weaving its philosophy into your ongoing personal development fabric. This means proactively applying the burden alleviation and legacy curation lenses, not just to physical items, but also to digital clutter and even time commitments. Consider crafting a comprehensive life admin document detailing important accounts, contacts, and digital asset locations. A profound extension of consideration. The true climax isn't an empty room, but reaching a state where your surroundings and responsibilities genuinely mirror your evolved values and aspirations, freeing you from the weight of the unexamined past. Think of the pivotal moment when someone sorting through old career memorabilia uses the Döstädning process to gain clarity on their current professional dissatisfaction, prompting a courageous career shift. Letting go of outdated professional identities frees vital energy. This exemplifies the deeper potential, transforming the practical task into a catalyst for significant life changes. It becomes a continuous, mindful practice of asking, does this truly serve my growth and honor my legacy? The profound impact of Döstädning as a personal development tool isn't just anecdotal. It aligns with established psychological principles. Research consistently links physical clutter to increased cortisol levels, stress, and anxiety. A study from UCLA's Center on Everyday Lives of Families, for instance, found a direct correlation between the density of household objects and mothers' stress hormones. Experts like Margareta Magnuson emphasize the psychological freedom gained. She notes the process is less about morbidity and more about taking control and achieving peace of mind, a sentiment echoed by psychologists studying aging and life transitions. Anecdotal evidence abounds. Individuals report feeling significantly lighter and more focused after undertaking Döstädning. Many describe it as surprisingly therapeutic, facilitating closure on past life stages. Furthermore, estate planners and lawyers often highlight the real-world implication of reducing family conflict. Dealing with a loved one's extensive, unorganized possessions can be a major source of stress and disagreement among heirs. Statistics, though harder to pinpoint specifically for Döstädning, often reveal the sheer volume of unused items in average homes, underscoring the potential burden. For example, reports suggest many people only regularly use a small fraction of the clothes they own. This practice directly addresses the scientifically recognized negative impacts of clutter. It provides a structured way to counteract these effects, improving mental well-being. Ultimately, the real-world implication is a tangible reduction in stress and a clearer mental landscape, essential foundations for meaningful personal growth. Perhaps lingering doubts remain. Isn't focusing on death cleaning inherently morbid or too overwhelming? Think of it less as focusing on the end and more as focusing on intentional living right now. Psychologists often note that confronting mortality, even pragmatically like this, can actually enhance appreciation for the present. It's proactive life management, not a grim task, beneficial even in your 30s or 40s for building clarity. What about deeply sentimental items you cherish, even if others won't? Döstädning doesn't mandate discarding everything sentimental. It simply asks you to consciously decide. Is keeping boxes of unsorted memorabilia serving your current growth? Could curating the most meaningful pieces into a smaller collection or using Magnuson's throwaway box idea for intensely private items be a more empowering action? It's about making active choices, not passive accumulation. The key actionable insight distinguishing this approach is its future-oriented empathy. While other methods focus on your current joy, Döstädning adds the crucial layer of considering others and your legacy. This shift in perspective is a powerful personal development tool, forcing a deeper evaluation of value beyond momentary feeling. It directly combats the documented stress. Remember those cortisol links? Ultimately, the process itself, though potentially challenging initially, yields significant rewards in mental clarity and purpose. It's a practical strategy for aligning your environment with your growth goals. In essence, embracing Swedish Death Cleaning, or Döstädning, transforms the often dreaded task of decluttering into a profound act of personal development. It's about proactively curating your possessions with intention, considering not just your present needs, but also the legacy you leave and the potential burden on others. This future-oriented empathy, combined with pragmatic self-reflection, sets it apart and directly combats the mental clutter hindering growth. The benefits are tangible: reduced stress, enhanced mental clarity, a stronger connection to your values, and the deep satisfaction of taking responsibility. You gain peace of mind now while offering a significant gift of consideration to those who may handle your affairs later. It's about consciously choosing what represents your life story. Ready to reclaim your mental space? Your immediate next step is simple. Start small. Choose one drawer, one shelf, or a category of impersonal items like old magazines or excess linens this week. Apply the core questions. Is this useful? Does it hold true meaning now? Will someone else value it, or will it be a burden? Take that first deliberate action. Begin the process of letting go not just of things, but of the weight they represent. Share your chosen starting point or biggest insight in the comments to inspire others. Continue this journey toward a lighter, more intentional life, freeing energy for what truly matters. Taking that first small step isn't merely about clearing a drawer. It's a powerful act of reclaiming agency over your life's narrative and your immediate environment. Remember, Döstädning offers far more than just a tidy home. It provides a practical pathway to a clearer mind and a life navigated with profound intention. It fundamentally invites you to question what constitutes a truly rich existence, often revealing that fulfillment lies less in accumulation and more within experiences, meaningful connections, and internal peace. This unique blend of pragmatism and mindfulness is a potent tool for personal evolution. This thoughtful philosophy encourages an ongoing internal dialogue about value, legacy, and living fully in the present. Consider exploring how these core principles might resonate beyond physical possessions, perhaps simplifying your digital footprint, evaluating time commitments, or even nurturing relationships more intentionally. Continue seeking avenues to streamline your focus onto what genuinely nourishes your personal growth. The art of letting go extends beyond objects. It's about consciously releasing what no longer serves your highest self, thereby creating vital space for what truly matters. Ultimately, the most enduring legacy isn't measured by the volume of stuff we leave behind, but by the clarity, purpose, and love infused into the moments we live today.